global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Many Nigerians have been asking one singular question: why did the Senate and the legislative arm okay and also pass the bill of the old national anthem to become what all Nigerians should adopt as the new national anthem, scrapping the ones we actually used to? But the Senate President have decided to come all out to explain to Nigerians why they did what they did and the repercussions, or better still, the benefit of all they have done. Of course, ex-ministers and other well-meaning Nigerians have rejected the adopted or it passed into law the new national anthem. We're going to go into the news, the details very quickly, but before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Let's start with what the Senate President has got to say now. According to uh, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, he said the introduction of the old national anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee, marks the beginning of the revolution that Nigerians have been yearning for. Quite interesting. Now, according to him, he said the development sends a sense of brotherhood despite differences in tribe and tongues. Akpabio stated this during a joint sitting of the National Assembly to celebrate the one-year anniversary of President Bola Tinubu's administration. Now, he said Tinubu has done well in the last 1 year, noting that it was profound that the old national anthem was reintroduced during his first year in office. Of all the significant things you have done, there is one of the this is one of the most profound things, and that is to take us back to our genealogy. Now, the genealogy of our birth, that though we belong to different tribes and though we may have different tongues, henceforth we will not refer to ourselves as just compatriots. We will refer to ourselves as brothers as we move forward in battle or in the field of sport or other endeavors. We must hail Nigeria. In what he described as wakapas, Akpabio said Tinubu visited the National Assembly as a mark of the respect he has for the parliament. Now, before you came, myself and my brother, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, explained the purpose of this visit. In Nollywood, what you have just done is what they call wakapas. You intend to celebrate Democracy Day, which is June 12th, but out of honor and respect for the National Assembly, you said you must pass through the National Assembly on your first anniversary. There is no better place to commence this revolution than going back to our genealogy. Now, in the National Assembly, we are not just representatives but elected representatives of Nigerians. The voice of the National Assembly is the voice of Nigeria. Now, reacting, Tinubu thanked the lawmakers for their understanding and cooperation, describing lawmakers as rare leaders that Nigeria has been looking for. I came to say thank you very much. You are first and foremost leaders that speak for our people. You have been in the forefront of this struggle. This institution of hollow chambers represents our consciousness for freedom and sense of belonging. You rolled out the latest national anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee. This is our diversity. Wow, very interesting. Of course, the likes of former, former ministers and most prominent Nigerians have decided to react to this. Let's quickly take their reactions, of course, and we'll look at the totality of what is on ground. Now, according to Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, she took time to explain her standpoint and she's not mincing words. She started with absolutely incredulous, native land, tribes. In the 21st century Nigeria, the country's political class found a colonial national anthem that has pejorative words like native land and tribes to be admirable enough to force our citizens without their consent it is inevitable that there will be an ideological war between the political class and the citizens of Nigeria. It's only about a matter of when. Now she now said public service announcement to make it public. He said, let it be known to all and sundry that I, Obiageli, Odas Obi Ezekwesili, shall, whenever asked to sing the Nigerian national anthem, will sing the old one that was just scrapped, of course. And she now said that this is my own national anthem. She doesn't want to sing Nigeria with Haiti. Say this is my own national anthem, and let it be known that no one can suppress my right to dissent an obnoxious law that is repugnant to all that is of good conscience in Nigeria. Whatever else is not my national anthem. This is strong. Nigerians are shouting, they are screaming. But a quick one. There's a throwback video that's trending. For want of time, we will not be able to share it. Where Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now president of Nigeria, but then he wasn't the president of Nigeria, took time to explain that he really did not understand why Nigerians, let go of the old national anthem. According to him, he said that one had more reality. The ideology made a lot of sense. Where it made us remember that just almost about the same thing that um, um, the Senate president explained, but this time around he made it quite in a summary manner. That it reminds us that though we are different in culture, but we are brothers. That if he has his way, I'm talking about way back then. It's a video. He said if he has his way, that he will change it. And within 1 year of his ascension as the president of Nigeria, he had his way and he did change it. Now that's for some of us who keep believing that because the now president Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now older, he could be softer, or his ideology may change. Anybody that's an adult that have an ideology and the ideology doesn't sink, and you put him in a position of leadership, that ideology is exactly the ideology that he's going to use to rule. So if you believe that an ideology or one who has an ideology is not in sync with you and you make him your leader, please get ready. Okay, but personally, he decided to put it in because he believes it speaks more volume. But Dr. Ezekwesili believes that. Why would you begin to talk at this time and season, time of national life? We're talking about tribes and native land in our national anthem. Renok totally summarized it that that's the anthem that was written by a foreigner, and the one that we just threw away was written by our own indigenous from I think from Akwa Ibom across river to southeast to southwestern. All of them came together to write that national anthem that we proudly make, especially when we go out there on national sport or to take Nigeria to glory. But when again, the president believes and the Senate believes it's totally nice and right to change it to something more different. Let's meet in that conversation. Let's discuss what's your take and your standpoint of a basic person who believes that the ideology of the Senate and political class is totally different from the citizen, but just a matter of time. Everything would, define itself. Let's interact.
Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze.